Steve, we start on a sad note this morning, the passing of Ray Wilkins in midweek. Just a few words from yourself on that, if you don't mind.
Well, I know obviously Ray worked here, and from everybody connected with Aston Villa, he had the effect of everybody everywhere he went, and the same here applies to. I was just asking by Ellen, the chef in there, and she asked a few days ago how he was, and come out with the same statement that what a lovely man he was, and a really, really genuinely good man. And of course, with that, he was blessed with a wonderful ability to play football too. And after playing against him many, many times, we can only reiterate that, he had, even the way he looked on a football pitch was maybe all of us back then. Why do we all look like him? He just always looked the part. And of course, you don't play for Chelsea, Man U, Milan, Glasgow Rangers back in the day. You don't play for them unless you're an outstanding footballer in 80-odd caps. Sometimes at 61 you just think it's what a waste, and how difficult it is for him, his family, for everybody concerned who knew Ray. And I've had the pleasure to have dinner with him, been out with him many, many times. A really genuinely good man who will be sadly missed by us all.
Yeah, black armbands and a minute's applause tomorrow. It'll be a nice gesture.
Yeah, a great gesture from, I think, the whole football world. And I've just heard a story there on the radio about a soldier who came on, who Ray gave him 20 quid and turned his life around a little bit. And it would be, it's something normal that Ray would do, fitting, but so sad that he's gone so quickly.
Yeah, and on to the match itself. How relieved to be going in with 3 points under the belt after a difficult few weeks?
Yeah, difficult couple of weeks. It was imperative that we got back on track. Now, this game becomes really, really important, like they all are now. We're right in the thick of it. We've got a decent result the other day. We'll see and watch the result tonight, and see where we go. See where we go after the weekend. Yeah,
3 games in 7 days now. Friday night next week. Does it feel like the defining week?
Yeah, it's the difficult one because we've just played 3 games in a week as well. So we've spoke about it many, many times. That is the championship. That's how difficult it is. That's why it does become an endurance test. So it won't be easy, but the games come thick and fast, and then we'll see where we are in a week's time.
I want to talk a bit about Berke Bjarnason. How impressed, not just with his performances, but his attitude since the turn of the year?
Well, Berke is no denying that he had a difficult start. Certainly he had his best game the other night for everybody to see, topped with a wonderful goal. I left him completely alone against Bolton because he'd been to America, playing 2 games in America and coming back, but he looked as fresh as a daisy. And since the turn of the year, you're right, he's put in some really, really good performances, and delighted for him because he's had to wait patiently, and he played the other night as if to say, you do not dare leave me out again. So fair play to him.
And what about Jonathan Codger? He's had about an hour under his belt across 2 games. How do you feel he's got on?
Well, typical Jimmy, he could have scored 5 the other night. He's had chance after chance, and he wouldn't be surprised if he stuck 2 away. It's good to see him on the pitch, so we think he can have some sort of impact. We've obviously got to be a bit careful with him because he's been out the best part of a year, but he reminded us when he drops his shoulder the other day and the little trick comes out that he's a very, very good player.
Is he knocking on the door for a start just yet?
I think that would be a little bit early just yet, although bringing him on, let's hope we can be 2-3-0 up and bring him on with half an hour to go. That's the ideal scenario again. Doesn't happen very often, but the half an hour under his belt will stand him in good stead anyway, yeah.
John Terry, Albert Adoma named in the Championship Team of the Year this week.
Fully deserved.
Any surprises there? Fully
deserved. I mean, it's. I haven't seen the rest of the team. I just know that their 2 are in it. But yeah, well done to them too.
And on to Norwich, a significant club in your career just before the big move to Man United. What are your memories?
Bloody hell, it was a long time ago. I certainly enjoyed it. My 2 children were born there. And it was the club that really gave me a chance. We were playing in the top division at the time, and to get the move there, with really good players back in the day, Mick Shannon, Asa Hartford, John Dean, Chris Woods, Dave Watson. We had a very, very, very good side. And looking back, it was a very happy time in my career because, as I said, Norwich gave me the opportunity to play in the big league. And for that, I'll always be grateful. And of course, it wasn't a bad place to live either. Nice part of the world. Away games was always a problem. But no, I really enjoyed it. It's a really, really good club.
Yeah, in a bit of a transition stage at the minute, the current squad.
I think that just shows you how difficult it is. You know, they were in the Premier League 2 years ago. You know, and you know, you look at, you know, Hull have made a fist of it in the last few weeks, and Sunderland have just come out the Premier League. You know, you can very, very easily go into that transition mode or whatever it is you want to call it, and you know, if you don't be careful, then it becomes into one of those difficult seasons that we've seen many big club have. Norwich are going through it now. It's the aftermath, really, of, you know, the fallout of not being in the Premier League is very, very difficult to come to terms with for all sorts of clubs, and I think Norwich have found that difficulty as well.
Yeah, they've thought outside the box a little bit with their managerial appointment. How do you feel he's got on in his first season?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about him at all. It seems to become the trend now, doesn't it? Which is, I've got nothing against, you know, foreign coaches, foreign managers, but you know, I do believe that, you know, we are shutting the door on a lot of British, English coaches. But I wish the guy the best of luck. Don't know much about him, but they've gone a different route.
Alan Hutton and Axel rested in midweek, or?
No, Alan Hutton will not play tomorrow. Alan Hutton had a bit of a reaction to his groin, hamstring, sorry, so he won't be available. Axel, yes, I purposely left him out because the last time we played 2 games in 3 days, he pulled up. Axel's not played a lot of football at all. When you consider all of the season, he hasn't played enough at all, so I was always wary to play 2 games in 3 days was going to be a big ask for him. Considering the last time we did it, he was out for 6 weeks, so we erred on caution with him.
And good to see Glenn back. Other than Alan now, is that pretty much a fully fit squad?
Yeah, pretty much so.
Good. I just want to finish on the fans. Record season ticket sales for next season over the last few weeks. They're going to be here no matter what.
Well, that's quite remarkable. That's quite remarkable, and I've said from day one since I walked into the building, you know, it's a big club is all about one thing, which is support. That's what makes you the big club, and the demands of what a big support is. All year throughout it, they've been unbelievable in their numbers and the way they support the club. That's the way supporters should be. And when I hear record ticket sales, I hope that they think that the club's back on the right track again. And that's quite refreshing to hear. Well done them.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers.